Well, congratulations to all of you on your nomination. Mr. Carmel, I believe your nomination represents an important milestone for MARAD. Our country is just now waking up to an important situation that we put ourselves in regarding our capacity to build and operate ships here in America. As a Merchant Marine Academy graduate, one of the youngest captains of a commercial ship in recent history, and a senior executive in one of the world's largest shipping lines, you have a unique experience and a perspective that you can bring to bear on the challenges we face and a familiarity with the commercial industry that we desperately need at this time. The President has made building ships in America a priority, and I'm glad that he has. I have bipartisan legislation with Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona, the Ships for America Act, that would set the conditions for restoring American dominance. Would you please give me your assessment, Mr. Carmel, of the state of commercial shipping, briefly, and shipbuilding in America, and how the SHIPS Act and the President's plan will get us back on the right track?
Thank you very much, Senator. That's a great question. The state of our shipping and shipbuilding industry is, starting with shipping, is basically on a lifeline. We do not carry our own commerce, flat out. That's not what a merchant marine is supposed to be for carrying the nation's commerce, and we need to find a way to get back there. That, to me, is extremely important. In terms of shipbuilding, our shipbuilding industry is very narrowly focused on a very niche market. We're not even comparable to international scale shipbuilding. I know that the SHIPS Act says we can't build ships at scale. I would go a step further and say that for ships that matter in international trade, we cannot build them at all. We're just simply, that capacity just doesn't exist here. It needs to be. We need to bring it back. I think the SHIPS Act is a great thing because it addresses the pillars that we need to do that. The executive order gave us the vision of what needs to be done. The SHIP Act gives us the levers and the resources to do it, and that's what's important. One of the reasons we failed over the years is instability. The SHIPS Act gives us that too.
Well, thank you for that. Yeah, the numbers are pretty disturbing. China has, the numbers vary, but roughly 5,500 ships that can operate in ocean level shipping. We have much less than that, 80 roughly, and we have the capacity. It's not to suggest we do. We have the capacity to build only 5 a year. So we need to up our game. The SHIPS Act would help us build 250 over the next 10. If you're confirmed, and I think you will be, you'll play a key role in implementing the President's agenda, which you reference. For MARAD, what are the key parts of that agenda, if you could quickly itemize them, that are necessary to restore our shipbuilding capacity? And if you could speak to how the SHIPS Act might fit into that picture, that would also be helpful.
Thank you, Senator. One is the financial framework and structure. The Maritime Trust Fund is a great start at that, so we need a financial structure. We need demand generation. We need to come up with a better way of finding something for our ships to do. We need workforce development. The SHIPS Act addresses all those things. We need innovation. Again, the SHIPS Act actually has areas that overlap workers on the waterfront or waterfront workers. There's areas that those areas can work together. Innovation is key to getting us out of where we are. So those things are just a few of the things that MARAD has the handle on that can implement the SHIPS Act.
Thank you, sir. With our roughly 1 minute left, maybe you could paint a picture. What will happen if we don't pass the SHIPS Act? Will you still be able, in this new position, for which I suspect you will be confirmed, will you still be able to implement the President's vision effectively?
We will. The SHIPS Act is critical to being able to do it effectively and quickly. If the SHIPS Act is not passed, we will still work on that agenda. We will do what we can, assuming I get confirmed, to implement the vision, but it will go a lot slower. It will not be as robust, and most efficient. Most importantly, it will be fragile. we run the risk of doing what we've done in the past, start down a path, and the whole thing falls apart. We need a way to make this permanent so that it's codified and we don't go through a cycle of start and stop. And the SHIP Act does that.
Thank you, Mr. Carmel. Thank you, all of you.